Well, on our next stop of large person wanderings today, an unexpected surprise, we're here at the gate number 1 at Fort Carson Army Base on this Memorial Weekend. How fitting. So we're going to take a quick little tour of the Army Base around here, all the little armor pieces of armor they got around here, and above and beyond, we thank you for all that you do for us, each and every one of you who are selfless, who serve us with dignity and honor each and every day. This goes out to you. So, babe, how often have you get to go hang out with an Abrams tank?
Not too often.
Let's go check this thing out. Oh, yeah. Let's look at you guys. Selfless. Alright. Oh, goodness. Oh, my God. And we're quite a ways back from this thing. You can just see how truly big one of these things is. One of the things that you guys can notice at home is how much clearance is underneath a tank, which is truly amazing sight to see, considering that it sits high off the ground, but it doesn't, which is rather wild. You can see the big 120 millimeter gun and the 50 caliber machine gun mount on the top. Here you can see what the backside of the tank looks like. Here we are standing out in front of a Huey Cobra. You can see all the guns and the rockets on it. This thing would have been one fearsome war machine. Here's something that's really unique. You see the minigun, it actually really doesn't stick out that far, which means it must have been a small one, which is kind of an interesting fact. You always have this vision that these guns on these things are gigantic, which they are, but apparently not in this case. Huh. Well, for all these guys that are fans of the game World of Tanks, and guys would all appreciate this collection they have out here, which is rather extensive and very impressive. Really not entirely sure what this first armored car we're looking at here is. I'm sure you guys at home can identify it. So the next thing we're looking at here is a M60 main battle tank, which would have been from Vietnam era. There's a little bit of a smaller gun on it, which is 105. You guys would really appreciate this who played the game War Thunder a lot. You can see just how big this thing is. It's very interesting compared to the Abrams. The wheels or the pulleys are a bit different. Here is what the backside of the M60 looks like. Pretty big tank. Then you look over here. Please correct me in the comments below, guys, if I got this wrong. Either this is a T-54 or a T-72 Russian tank. This is the whole premise behind what all modern armor was designed for, was to take out things like this out here. That's why the Apache attack helicopter came around, the Huey Cobra came around, and the A-10 was to deal with those things. You can see how much lower to the ground that tank is compared to the M60, which is quite something. That's neat. That's really something. See how little that tank is? It'd be awfully small to be able to squeeze yourself into it. Large person like myself, forget about it. Yeah, that's quite the front shot. Alright. And our next tank that we're looking at here, I believe, is one of the versions of the Stuart, which is one of the first pre-post World War I tank, pre-World War II era tank. You can see it's considerably smaller. And we can see what this other armored vehicle looks like. You can see what the other side of this thing looks like. See the next smaller tank. I have no idea what this thing is. See what the other side of it looks like. Oh, there it is, isn't there? And our next tank that we're looking at is a M4 Sherman tank, which was used extensively in World War II. Let's see what it looks like. See what the back of this thing looks like. And our last tank is an M551, which looks like a tow rocket launcher tank. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Large Person Wanderings. As always, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Love to hear from you in the comments below. And as always, Jerome Crest signing out. Enjoy the rest of your